Well, I got to find the broadcast so we can get to that chat.
What's that?
It started whenever. I just got to get the chat brought up first, and we have to do it. So let's see. Here we go.
Hey, if anybody's we got two people.
All these people
we got one people watching, bro.
Yeah.
We got
Daryl, Mo, Laura, second again. There we go. It's happening for real this time.
Flip that over there.
I love Google Hangouts.
Yep. This is our variant edition of
Yeah, Heroes cover it. We only roll in cover Bs around here. All right. Can you guys hear us okay? Is everything good in the chat? Give us a thumbs up in the chat if you guys can hear us. He says sounds great. All right, I'm going to go and get the chat while we wait for
I think we're good now.
We got Mo. He says he was first.
This is our
Mo.
channel. Oh, shit.
What?
We got Mr. Garrell. He says, let's do this. How's it going, Mr. Garrell? We've got Luis Ramirez. He says he was second. Unfortunately, he was third. Sorry about that, buddy. We got Double S, a.k.a. Double S Comics Reader. What is going on, Double S? Glad to have you. He put out a video today. I think actually a couple days ago as well. So check out Double S. He's starting to turn out some content that's awesome. So go check out his haul videos. We got Joe Ryan Comics. He says he's got a lot of comments there. So awesome. Glad to see you, Joe Ryan Comics. We got Fire Davis. He came back, so thank you so much. Don Mosser, he says that's much better. Thank you. We got Comics G-Man is back. Glad you guys can join us. Thanatos Comics, he says, yes, audio is good. So glad you agree. We got Discovery Bay Comics. Glad he is in the chat giving those thumbs up. Who else do we have? Spectacular Spider Grandpa came back. He says, here I am. We got Pocan Joe. I know he's upset. He can't be a VIP at C2E2, but maybe he'll find one of those tickets after all. But what's going on, Pocan Joe? And we've got Stephen Jewell. He says, yeah. And last one we got here is Take the Time Collectibles, Brian B. Says, glad you got squared away. So, awesome. So I guess, should we just do like a quick lightning round of what we were talking about the last 10 minutes?
Hey, real quick before we do, I just want to say something got missed. And I see him in the chat. Bob's World, he did a super chat on my on the stream we just did, and I saw it and I forgot to say something, but I just want to say it so you guys know. Bob World, he actually touched up my logo, and if you guys look at my logo now, it's all nice and clean. The little hand stuff with the thing. It was a drawing I did when I was a little kid. He actually edited it for me and digitized it, made it look really cool. It made it transparent. So I just wanted to say thank you to Bob. Excuse me. It looks awesome, and I'm sticking that on all my videos, and it's probably going to be on a T-shirt as well. So I'm sorry. I just want to jump in there and let that be known since I saw him in the chat. Okay, back to you, Carson. Sorry.
No worries. I don't even know where I put it now. So my pick of the week, just to recap, I picked Swamp Thing Annual #2 from 1985. I won't repeat myself too much, but basically, this one, Annuals Mattered. It was an awesome book. You got to see some great Abigail Arcane and Swamp Thing moments in this, so I highly recommend it if you guys want to read something on the rewind, basically. Kat, you want to talk about Heroes in Crisis just real quick?
Heroes in Crisis, still a really solid read in my opinion. I did a really long, in-depth review on my channel, but just a brief little summary. Really great team-ups, some great art from Clayman, and hello, Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. Bros before heroes. So,
yeah, I'll admit that was a good moment. I was just like, you know what? I'm not happy too often with Heroes in Crisis, but I'm glad we're getting Ted Cord back. So I was happy with that. Bueller, did you want to talk about Heroes in Crisis again?
Yeah, it was definitely my pick, and obviously it was Kat's as well. Love the story, love the book. Just really enjoying the whole storyline. It's probably the first DC storyline in a long time I've been really hooked on, and so I'm looking forward to the very last issues coming up. It's got some great plot twists, and I just love the fact of the subject that it's dealing with for the superheroes. It's something we've never really kind of seen. So if you haven't checked out Heroes in Crisis, it's definitely a must have. There's usually 2 covers for that one. They're only doing 2 covers. This is the regular cover, and then they have like a Polaroid picture variant, and I believe they're going to continue doing that for every issue. But that's definitely my pick, Heroes in Crisis. by far once again. And honestly, it'll probably be my pick next time it comes out because it's a great book.
Nice. And Paul, you said you were looking forward to Conan, right?
Yep, I think actually everybody heard that because clearly I'm so awesome that it went through and then it went silent again.
You did that on purpose. You messed up because I didn't tell you about the shirt and tie.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
One person we haven't got to yet. We got the Great Legend Show. What did you read this week, Legend?
You know, I didn't read anything new that came out. I know there was the Conan book that came out. I've been playing catch up on some of my stuff, and I didn't even get to read any of that Animal Man Grant Morrison.
Oh, man.
It's been a crazy week, but I did read something that was pretty amazing. It was pretty fantastic. It was pretty incredible, and that's a marvelous memoir by not me, but the other legend, Stan Lee. This is a great hardcover here. Gotta make sure y'all can hear how hard it is, man. I like it hard, if you know what I mean. You can't go soft when you got a hardback. You got a hardback, it's got to be hard. You know, paperbacks are made out of paper. Hardbacks made out of that hard ass paper.
Hey,
anyway,
if it stays hard for longer than 3 hours, call somebody.
Amen to that. You know, I better call somebody because that's going to be painful. But this was a great book. It started out. It had Stan the Man. Let me give you some little inside bit of art here. You get to see Stan as a kiddo, you know, just learning what it's all about. And he's humongous, big time. He loved to read. He couldn't put the books down, which was a lot of fun. That inspired him to become a writer in his adult life. And what I loved about this book, and when he's telling the story, he actually takes some time. And it's funny, he talks to himself. He's, you know, talking to a big audience on one of those big stages at a Comic-Con. And then he's also at the same time talking to his, you know, childhood self, you know, saying, hey, you're going to really enjoy this in the future. You know, this lady, you know, talking about his wife, she's something special, and really great story. And it just, he gave a lot of shout outs to all of those old school guys over at Marvel. And he talked about making sure that finally, you know, I don't remember when he did this, but, you know, letting people know that, yes, Jack Kirby did co-create a lot of the classic things that he wrote. And also Steve Ditko and some of those folks talked a lot about, you know, and he felt kind of sad in the story too, as far as how, you know, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko, some of these people, you know, were leaving and everything like that. And and he didn't really go too much into it because he still doesn't know why they left. But it was just a great story. You got to see, it was, he talked big about this, and I made a video about this on my channel years ago. It's called What the Marvel Age of Comics Means to Me. And it's that silver age where, you know, Stan had a dream. He wanted to do something different. He wanted to basically humanize these heroes that people were reading about, you know. So, you know, basically when you tuned into old Superman, you know, you had the George Reeves action, you know, boom, he's a Clark Kent for about 5 seconds. The rest of the show, he was Superman, you know, the old black and white Superman. That was the same for the Golden Age. You know, they focused a lot more on the hero themselves instead of the lives outside of the costume. So I love that. And that's something that, you know, no one can ever take away from Stan, because he pioneered that. He turned comic books into soap operas. Instead of just doing the whole superhero thing, you had the daily life. How's Peter gonna, you know, help his aunt live and pay for rent? How's Mr. Reed Richards gonna pay for rent in that freaking Baxter building? You know, how is it that, you know, the scientist, you know, gets afflicted with the gamma ray? You know, so all of these ways to humanize our superheroes, and that's because of Stan Lee. So this book, if you have not read it, it was amazing. It was fantastic. It was incredible. You know, it was mighty. This man had no fear. He put the freaking pencil to the paper, and man, he did some good things. And he had the fingers on the keys on his old school typewriter. So if you haven't read this and you want to know a lot more about the man known as Stan Lee, the guy that's pretty much changed, revolutionized comics, you know, it's like I said, it's just a great read. So that's what I read this week. So I know it's not like a single issue comic, but like I said, if you haven't read it, you know, get it from your library or buy it digital or get your own copy. Show some love to the legend, Stan the Man Lee. Hashtag Chad.
Order a pizza.
Gotta love the man.
It was one of those days, man. See, we go on Bueller's show. There's like no problems. It's perfect, and you come over here and it's a train wreck.
Well, you know, man, what's great about it is we got 39 people watching right now, and the chat is off the freaking hook. And you know, Galvin, he says like this. He says, "No, going blind." Legend, can you show that book? Legend, can you show that book one more time? And it's a great book. I'm planning on doing a review. Going to do a review of this book. It's called, and it's kind of a shiny cover as well.
Ooh.
It's the amazing, fantastic, incredible, a memoir, Stan Lee. So by Peter, it's Peter David and Colleen Doran on there. So they did a great job, and they worked with Stan to get it good. You know, get it done right, get it done the Stan Lee way.
Nice.
So
Whoa.
Woodard, man, how about you, Woodard? Did you go over your picks of the week?
Yeah, I did. Just to recap one more time. Legend, I'm still reading the Swamp Thing stuff, man. This stuff is awesome. This is when annuals mattered.
You got I like that cover. You got Etrigan, and you got my main man, Phantom Stranger. Oh, you got Boston Brand. You got, hey, you know, shout out to Comic Spectre, you know, doing that stuff for our country. You know, he's doing the
Spectre in this book too.
Yeah, you know, Comic Spectre Jim Corrigan, man, you can't beat that. Awesome stuff.
You know what the coolest thing about this book is? Everyone you see on this cover
has been in Justice League, and they've been in Justice League Dark before.
Yeah. So this was my pick of the week, Legend. I was amazed by how good this run's been so far. But I want to get to Chad. I want to take Chad's mind off audio gimmicks and stupid stuff like that.
Yeah, gimmicks, man.
Chad, did you read anything this week, man? I saw you sorting a bunch of books earlier to talk about.
I don't like books.
Yeah. Anyway, back to
No, I did. And my pick of the week, you didn't even. I mean, I don't even know if my microphone's working. It's been a mess. I was hitting the GM.
Chad, we can't hear you.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Bueller.
Chad, I'm just kidding, buddy. We hear you.
You're so mean.
Bueller is not.
So he doesn't have to host the show.
Oh, Chad.
I think the Trident is the pick of the week.
No, my pick of the week obviously was Heroes in Crisis. My second pick of the week
is the Trident.
I gotta ask KATREN about it.
Okay.
Are you reading Justice League Odyssey?
Yes, but I have not read. I have not read all the way up to it yet. Okay. I have all the issues.
Are you going to show number 4? Oh, well, that's not the one.
This is a variant.
That is a variant. What about the Odyssey? Do you have the Odyssey? Do you have the guy with the? He's wearing the. Yeah, look at that. What's going on there in the middle there?
Whoa!
That's like.
That's like Batman Damned all over again.
That's like David Bowie in Labyrinth. I mean.
Oh my God.
And then, who's the artist on this book?
I think you were covering up the credits.
Oh, sorry.
No.
I'm not reading that.
Let me click on your screen. Sorry, it wasn't focusing.
I haven't read any of the Terrifics.
I think it's
David
Fisher. David Fisher?
If you guys check out, we were talking about this on your show about the interior. Do you see what I'm saying, Woodard?
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's some pretty dang good art there.
It has a Capullo and
you're right,
and a McFarlane vibe. So I'm very impressed by that. I'm getting a phone call from California.
Can you show the Odyssey one again, just so we can verify exactly what's going on with the cover?
He just wants to look.
We have 46 live viewers.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, we're back up to where we were. That's what it's all about.
Or Azrael.
The codpiece brought it back.
Night. That's it.
I remember when I did the preview video for that, I saw that come across. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" I couldn't believe it. I'm not surprised that Chad bought it though. That's staying in Chad's collection. No giveaway for that one.
Going right in the Tupperware container.
Yep. But then here is this. This actually was a good read, but it was the interior on this is horrendous. This bothers me so much. This is supposed to be a dream sequence.
Okay, let me look at this. I'm not on the right screen. Let me look, a dream sequence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen better dream sequences in 1966 on Dark Shadows. God, that's horrid.
Burn.
Yeah.
That is downright terrible.
It's not
Gone
that
too
bad.
soon on that.
It's not that bad.
It's not that good either.
It's not that bad.
It's not that good either.
Look how
I'm staying
look how
neutral.
upset Chad is about it. That's what I'm worried about.
I'm very upset.
Hey, good news. Interior artist Brent Peoples is going to be doing some interior art for Marvel, which is much needed. So a big fan of old Brent Peoples.
Is he related to Nia Peoples?
He wish he was. He's
So
not.
do I. Does anybody know who Nia Peoples is?
I don't think they know who she is. She's
Okay.
classic though.
Yeah.
We'd remember.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, you want to see an art with good interior?
Yes.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that's it. Wonder Woman, the best.
She's
Cardi
wonderful.
Nord.
Around.
Should I show off some Stephen Bissett? Because Stephen Jules saying you only chat about present comics.
Oh, chat about present. I go get some old comics.
Go
Just like
Yeah,
showing
I
off the old ads. There you
File
go.
back issues right here. Legend and I are all about the back issues.
I can
Yeah,
dig
back
out
issues,
some
man.
new
There
Teen
you go. There's
Titans.
some Stephen
1980.
Bissett. I just discovered how great Stephen Bissett's artwork is in this run. So there you
I like
go.
that
There's some
thing.
classic artwork for you guys for the night. But while everyone else digs out their old stuff, I want to go over the chat while we segue into something else. So we got Comics Misexplained in the chat still with us. We got, once again, Rock and Roll Robert Galvin. I'm glad you're in the chat, man. Drew Manchu, he was talking about Heroes in Crisis earlier in the chat. I'll leave that up to the imagination. We still have Double S doing the throwback. He says I'm doing. So we got the Architect, Sam's Tangled Web with that
The
blue ridge.
best.
How's it going, Architect? Glad you're in there. We got
I like that
probably,
guy.
in my opinion, the most underrated. This is serious. The most underrated YouTube channel I've ever seen in my life. Sub this guy up right now. Chuck Load of Comics.
Amen.
If you guys want up-to-date information every Sunday morning, check out Chuck Load of Comics channel.
You know,
Yeah, go ahead.
you bring up Chuck Load, and you know he's the YouTube channel I show other people. It's like if you
Yeah.
want to do a YouTube channel, I show his channel to other people. This is what this guy does, type thing. That's the type of channel that he has, which is awesome.
Yeah, very professional channel. You know, like you could
Well-
easily just put him on television, and there you go. I mean, that's Chuck Load of Comics. Definitely, if you're not subscribed to him, probably one of the overall best pop culture. Man, just make a freaking Funko and slap Chuck Load of Comics in the box because that's what it is. He's pop culture, and man, it's a great channel to watch.
And also, it's C2E2. Chuck has a huge setup, and we're actually going to be doing a podcast from there, hopefully with Chuck. Yeah, so if you're going to be in C2E2, he's going to show us the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be the guy to find, Chuck Load of Comics. We also have Discovery Bay Comics. He just subbed up Chuck, so he made a wise decision. We still have Mo in the chat. He was first in the chat. He says Jim Lee is making DC great again. I can't get enough of his artwork. Yeah, Jim Lee is one of the hardest working guys in the comic industry, that's for sure. We got Comic Spectre who's talking about Robo-Dongs for some reason, so thank you, Comic Spectre. We have Comic Book Gallery. Who else we got? We still got Brian B in the chat, Don Mosser, Banana Jester. Sorry, I'm trying to cover everybody because the chat is blowing up tonight. Once again, one of the hottest rising stars in the comic book community, Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson.
One of the
Michael
best.
Forson, Clay Butte or Butt. Sorry, man, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Mr. Garrell's still in the chat, and so on and so forth. We'll go ahead and just get into our main topic of the night. Has it been 2 weeks ago? Who Dat Comics and Movies put out a tag video. We're kind of talking about it today in our chat, so we figured, why not just go ahead and make it our topic of the night? So Who Dat Comics and Movies, which I also recommend checking out his channel, he put out a tag video, kind of just wondering why everybody, the people like us, people like the people in the chat, why do we do this? Like, why do we go buy these books, read them, and decide to flip on the YouTube switch and talk about them? So, Bueller, I'm going to go ahead and start with you on this because, your channel just exploded and blew up in 2018. Bueller, why do you do comics with Bueller?
The easiest thing is I extremely enjoy it. If I had to just narrow it down to something like that, that's what it is. I really legitimately enjoy it. The second thing why I do it, obviously comics was a hobby when I was a kid. And, with a lot of people, and a lot of people's stories are very similar. They were into it. Life happens. They get away from it. Later on down the road, they're back into collecting comics. And kind of a flood of memories come back. I'm in that story. I'm in the same boat. I stopped collecting, came back, the flood of memories, all the enjoyment I had with it. And now the best thing is I get to share it with everybody. And before, you didn't really get the chance to share it. And with doing comics with Bueller, I get to share what I enjoy with so many people, and I get to meet so many people. I never feel like I'm alone anymore, okay? Because there's all you guys here. There's all the guys in the chat. There's all the guys that watch my video, and guys and gals and ladies and all that good stuff. And I just do it because it's fun. It's enjoyable. And everyone has their own style of collecting, but everyone just loves comics, okay? And that goes a long way. I could talk about this for quite a while, to be honest with you, and I'm sure we'll kind of go around a little bit. Mm-hmm. But the relationships I've met and just the simple fact of being able to, I've started to give back to the community as far as like books and stuff like that. I'm enjoying doing that. I'm taking the step of the Bueller boxes and stuff like that. That's going out, and I'm sharing these books, and I actually threw in a bunch of extra books in a bunch of the boxes that were donated. I'm enjoying doing that, and we have C2E2 coming up, and I'm just gonna I told a couple of you earlier, but I've decided we're gonna do a road trip from Oregon to Albuquerque, New Mexico, up to Chicago, and all the way back. And I am going to stop at as many places as I can and meet as many people as I can, because I know there's a lot of people that watch my videos and watch these videos that have always said, hey, if you're ever my way, let me know. So I'm hoping to actually meet a lot of people in person. And that's the best thing I could say, that I really enjoy doing this, because I get to meet everybody. And it's a hobby that I love. So put the two together, and it doesn't get much better, to be honest with you.
That's awesome. So there's a chance Bueller might be coming to your town very soon. So Bueller, I did have one follow-up question. Like, you seem to be, just generally awesome at, broadcasting your YouTube channel and making sure everybody wants to watch it. Have you always wanted to do specifically comic books, or was there ever anything else that you wanted to make a YouTube channel about?
No, I think that's a good question. I mean, we do the wrestling thing. And I really enjoy doing that with you and Chad and Legend and stuff like that. We have a great time. That's another great hobby, but as far as like doing a wrestling thing, there's really no physical medium I could show there. I can't like show a wrestler or show a thing, I could just talk about wrestling. For comics, I can show a book. I can show this. I can show this artwork. There's a physical presence that goes along with it, type thing. So really, I think it goes hand in hand with the comics and YouTube and the community. But, and I've told you guys this, my dad and my stepmom both are from, they worked in television. My dad was a producer and a director. My stepmom was also a director and an actress and all sorts of things. So I grew up kind of at a TV studio. So I have a little bit of background in this stuff. And it's weird because I don't find it until I'm in my early 40s, and I wish I would have been doing it years ago. But it's fun now, so it's good times.
Awesome. Well, thanks for doing what you do, Bueller. We had a blast on your live stream right before we started that. If you guys are just now catching us, definitely check out Bueller's live stream tonight on the Rewind because, hey, we were all there. So definitely worth checking out. It was a blast. We dressed up for some reason.
Night.
So, yeah, it was prom night. We didn't take the goofy prom picture, unfortunately, but I want to get into our next panel.
I remember my prom night. I stayed at a hotel. Sorry, Mom.
Bueller After Dark.
I wasn't at my buddy Jeremy's house. I was at the hotel.
Wow.
Next up, we got somebody who not only has done comics, but he's done gaming and cooking and live auctions. Legend, what decided to make you flip that YouTube switch on and start blessing the world with your golden voice?
Yeah, my buddy Dustin, we used to play a lot of Gears of War 2, Gears of War 1, actually. It's just gaming for life, and we were doing so much, clan stuff, and we had our little group, on Gears of War and Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto, and had a lot of fun with that. And they're like, you need to do more, we need to get that voice on YouTube, because he already had a YouTube channel. So he was really big into it, and he thought I should do it. And I didn't really want to at first, but then I found out how much fun it was. I used to put the video camera in front of the TV, and that was the way I filmed the video games and everything like that. And, it was a lot of fun, and it freaking took off. I mean, it was just epic. And, a lot of people, they look at my subs. Oh my God, this guy's, got a lot of subs. He's a great comic book channel. Says, well, all those subs came from gaming one, and then the second thing it came from was the cooking stuff. The comics came a lot later, about 2 or 3 years later, and people still like people still like it. I love to entertain folks. So yeah, I love sharing the things that I like with other people and try to make their day a lot better. If they're having a bad day, I just want to entertain them and let them know that when they watch my channel, it's a time for them where they can escape reality and then, see what the hell this crazy ass great legend guy's doing. You know what I mean? And just all out having fun with the community. And like I said, and go back and watch Bueller's Friday night show with the Comic Corps this past year in 2018. It's probably been the best year that I've ever seen in the comic book community. In all the years I've been on YouTube. So just a great community to have, great community of people to be around. Everyone, loves and shares their passion for comics. And, you get on some channels like Beyond the Blast Doors. He's really big into Star Wars, or Marcelo's Toys does the toy reviews. Spectacular Spider Grandpa from Blaster Stash loves Funkos. Calvin Strange loves horror and monsters and scary figures. And man, I mean, there's just so many great people out in the YouTube world that I've met specifically in the comic book community, and I've grown to love them, and they're just great people. So I inspire, any of y'all out there, y'all want to show what you like. I think Robert Galvin's going to start doing some videos pretty soon. I would love to see some of his comic books and everything. And big shout out to Who Dat Comics and Movies. One auction, we were, had some heathens, and the heathens said, oh, these people are all fake. People that are bidding on Legends live auction is all fake. And so freaking Who Dat, sold something to this young aspiring guy named Seawoodard19, and Seawoodard19 did his first unboxing video because, Who Dat said, hey man, do a video, and that's what it's all about. That's what the community should be all about. It's not about growing your channel and getting your views. Like as a wrestler, it's putting the other guy over. It's like my main man Bueller having Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson come into his home and show him some of the stuff that he does behind the scenes. Or, when Chad has people like guests on, and when Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson has Old Great Legend on a show or something. So it's like sharing everyone instead of, just, sharing old Stan all the time. Share each other, share your friends. They got this for people that have a lot of subs or whatnot. I don't know how many subs you have to have. I don't really keep up with it anymore, but there's this community tab, and the community tab's great to share stuff, like what you've been doing. Hey, check out my latest video, or hey, go back in time on the rewind. Check out Legends Truth. I'll have some special message in there. But what I've been doing a lot lately in 2018 that just passed and going on into 2019 is just not share my stuff. I mean, and if I do a video, people know it because it's live for the most part, but using that community tab to share other channels people may not know about, like Chuckload of Comics or, you know, some of the other channels out there. So definitely, if you've got, you know, the tools, social media, a lot of different avenues on social media. And one of the best, we talked about this in 2018, probably the best person in 2018 that shared everyone's stuff was Miss Hustle, one of the best Instagrammers you'll ever find. And, you know, she started doing YouTube videos as well. And she put other people before herself. Yep. She put other people before her own, you know, real life shit she's had going on in her life. She put all those other people first. And I get emotional thinking about that kind of stuff because I know how hard it has been for that girl. And I tell you what, for her to put herself out there, making videos and like sharing other people's stuff, like I said before, it's a great thing to do. And I want to see a lot of folks do that in 2019. And I think we will see that because like Bueller and me and everyone said, 2018, probably the best year. And I didn't do a lot of videos in 2018, but the thing that I loved the most about 2018 was meeting that guy down there with the Superman shirt on there, you know, and getting to know him and Woodard and Bueller and Midwest and KATREN and old Mark BKR90. There's no people like the Comic Core. And if you want to be a part of the Comic Core, we have a Facebook chat where everyone chats in it. You got to have Facebook Messenger, I believe, to get it to work, or you can just go to facebook.com, but definitely check it out. Everyone's invited. You know, if you feel, you know, you want to be a part of something and you haven't been asked to be on some shows, or, you know, you're doing the solo thing out there, make sure you talk to one of us, get with one of us, and we'll get you in the right place. So we're just, and like I said, just love helping out, mainly in my career and in my life. Now I'm 41, and my young years of whipping ass in the video games, being what, 3rd in the world on Gears of War 2 Guardian, 9th in the world on GTA 4 Online, top secret boost, all that great Legend powered stuff. That's damn done and gone. You know, I'm not gonna hit that. I'm not gonna be that upper echelon. But what I can be is a guy that gets other people over. I'll be that guy to like help others, because people like Miss Hustle. Hey, and Miss Hustle, she inspired me, a guy that's been doing this crap for almost 10 years, you know, and the Comic Core's inspired me too, because it's all about the sharing and caring. You know what I mean? It's about the Russell Westbrook glasses, OKC Thunder representing, and that black vest, Dave Bueller. I've been talking too long, but I just love, I love the YouTube stuff, and I love, more so nowadays, I'm gonna end with this, Woodard, but I'm kind of like more so enjoying watching other people's content and just hanging out in the chat room and just having a good time. Because that way I don't have to sit in front of the camera. I can just kind of hang out in the chat room, and that's just as fun. So if you don't want to do videos yet, just still be a part of it in the chat room, and it's just a great time.
You know, you brought up that community tab. I love that thing, man. It's so nice to be. I don't know if everybody has it, but if you have that available to you, you can share other people's videos. You can put polls. You can just put things on there. And I'm always putting stuff on there, like unboxings. I put KATREN's review of Middle Earth on there and stuff, or Middle West, yeah. And I didn't even know what that was until you told me about it, Legend, one time. He's like, "Oh yeah, this community thing." So it's a really cool idea, and I use it a few times a week. So
it's awesome. I love that stuff. So once y'all get y'all's community tab, make sure y'all, you know, throw some old school videos up. Like I know a lot of you will have older videos that some of your new subscribers haven't seen. Make sure you throw those up, and then throw up and give some love to other folks out there.
Awesome. All I know is I hope in 2019 we have a lot more wrestling content on the Great Legend Show channel. I'm looking forward to those reviews.
Yeah, there's a new wrestling promotion starting up, man.
Oh, that's right.
I want to wrestle.
I talked to Chad. Chad said that we're gonna most likely do maybe not the next week, but the week after, we're gonna do some Royal Rumble predictions. Nice. So, you know, make sure to check us out if you're a wrestling fan. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Awesome. I cannot wait for that. Before we get into our next panelist, I do want to go back to the chat just to see who's joined us in the last few minutes. We still got Pocan Joe in the chat. How's it going? We got Drew Manchu, Gretzky9966. I believe I saw Pop.Comics from the Woman Cave in Vegas. How's it going, JoJo? We got David from Beyond the Blast Doors, another underrated YouTube channel. So if you guys like Star Wars, you owe it to yourself to sub up Beyond the Blast Doors. We also have, I don't have my gloves still. We got Mr. White Glove, Splash Page Comics. I think he's getting ready to go across America as well. Will him and Bueller's paths intersect? Are they traveling together? Who knows? We'll see.
Collision course.
Yeah. We still have Chad 90 MF Comics. He says, check me out. Just started making videos 3 months ago. Yeah, we'll definitely check out Chad 90 MF Comics and his stuff. And we still have 48 viewers. Thank you so much, guys. We'll go ahead and get into Midwest Comic Man Paul. So what has inspired you to make not only your own YouTube channel, not only to participate in this, but to be on Blast It or Stash It every Sunday night?
Well, it started a few years ago. I was getting back into comics like a lot of people are our older age, which you wouldn't understand. But you're a young guy, so
Why would you understand?
He's young.
You didn't know this, but he's got that Benjamin Button problem. He's literally 98.
Who?
Yeah.
You didn't know that about Woodard?
98.
Oh, hey, real quick, can I? Oh, there we go.
Hey.
So, Paul, we'll jump right back. I apologize, but I got to introduce. This is John Engel, our sponsor, guys. You guys get to put a face.
Hi.
There
Oh,
it is.
awesome.
There
How's
it
it going,
is.
man?
Good.
Hey,
How's everybody tonight?
real quick. New Dimension Comics. Humongous shout out. Let me take the beanie off real quick. Wipe my head like Robert Tilton, because man, the items y'all donated for the Heroes Initiative auction were amazing. And just from the bottom of my heart, and my main man Edwin over there at Strictly Comics, we just thank you so much for donating some of those items for the Hero Initiative auction. It means a lot, not only to me and Edwin, but to the old timers, you know, like the George Perez, the Gene Colins, you know. So we really
I know
appreciated
exactly
that.
what you mean. Yeah, we had Bill Mesner Lobes at our Three Rivers Comic Con last year, and we raised $400 for him that day. So,
Awesome,
Nice.
man. So freaking awesome, man. Just keep kicking ass, and man, all those stores in Pittsburgh, man.
It is a lot to go over. It's a challenge, but it's a lot of fun. So
That's great, man. That's great. Well, I'll let some of the other folks ask some questions.
Hey, John, I'm going to give you the platform. You got an announcement?
yeah, man. So we just put out a wave of announcements for our Three Rivers Comic Con today. Three Rivers Comic Con is May 11th and 12th this year. That's Mother's Day weekend. And we're bringing in mycomicshop.com as one of our vendors. We also announced who is the big one today? I got to think. Source Point Press is coming. There's a lot of other guys. I'm trying to pull up the website because there's so many good people. Arthur Sudom, Mike Golden, Ron Friends, just a lot of great guys, and we're happy to have them. Somebody that's not listed, but we did book, and I'm going to let you guys be the kind of the in crowd here. Is Tony Moore's going to come back to Pittsburgh for the first time in a while. So
hey, John, I want to tell a story. You and I were talking on the phone the one day.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Batman, I think.
Yeah.
And you go, you'll never believe who's calling me.
That's true. That was it was really funny. We're just like talking about we're talking about Batman and some guys that I think would be good to have on your show. And we were talking about Scott McDaniel, and in the middle of it, it was, I got to go. Scott McDaniel's on the phone. Scott's a really great friend of mine. He owns Black Box Comics. I don't know if you guys have seen any of this stuff on his imprint. It's like IT, and he did this cool Gospel of Jesus Christ thing. And the IT book's actually really interesting because it's actually based on a true story of not just like actual IT people, but it's an IT guy that works in a bank, and the bank ends up stealing all these people's information and money, and how like all this crazy money laundering goes on. It's really great. So check that out.
So tell us a little bit about New Dimension. How many stores? What do you guys have? And
oh man, so we have 6 stores. They surround the city of Pittsburgh. We don't have anything in the city proper. It's just too expensive down there. But we have 6 stores. Our smallest store is about 2,000 square feet, and our largest store is about 13,000 square feet. Which, if you're thinking about it, that's pretty huge. We also have 3 warehouses and a building that houses our basement. We do a semi-annual basement sale, so it's 2 times a year. It's actually coming up the last weekend of January, and it's over 500,000 sorted dollar books, and that room is about 40,000 square feet. It is huge, but we only open it twice a year, and that is the last Saturday of January, and that's at our Elwood City location. So. And we've been around for like 32 years, I think, this June. I think 86 was when my boss, Todd McDivitt, put everything into play. And since then, you know, he's grown the company, and I kind of run it for him. And he does, he's one of the guys that does the Overstreet Guide, you know, things like that. Like, he's big Silver Age guy,
So he writes as one of the Overstreet press guide advisors in the book and stuff, huh?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool.
Yeah, this year he said he was really bored with writing the same thing every year, so he pitched it out to all of us to write something and to give to him so he could kick it into each store or into each thing, and we'd all get credit in it. I was like, that's pretty sweet. So
yeah, dude, you got your name in like the Bible of comic book collecting, man. That's great.
Cool.
The book that gets printed 7 months after it's been submitted. I love it.
So, John, how many cons do you guys do?
So we do 1 2-day show, which is 3 Rivers Comic Con, which is, like I said, it's coming up this May. We just did a 1-day show at a local mall in Uniontown.
That's where the zombies are, if you guys didn't know that. That's the little George Romero nod there.
Technically, that's Monroeville's mall, but which I used to work in and is very creepy. But we also do one at a local amusement park called Kennywood, and that's on Father's Day usually. That's only because that's the date the park picks, because we would like to also be down at Heroes Con, because Shelton puts on a really great show down in Charlotte. So we're hoping to split up the team this year and finally get down to that. So
the show that they do at Kennywood is, I think, America's oldest amusement park.
That's what they bill it as. I don't know how that how true that is, but that's what they bill it.
And it's really cool. You get your cheese fries, get to run around on the merry-go-round, throw up, and buy some comics. So it's really cool.
Hey, John, I got a couple questions for you, if you don't mind if I jump in here.
What's up?
Well, first off, hello. My name is Bueller. I'm from Comics with Bueller.
Awesome.
And,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm looking behind you. You got a bunch of dollar boxes there. You got a bunch of dollar boxes I take, because I love dollar boxes. I love 50-cent boxes. I'm sure there's all sorts of good stuff in there. I want to say thank you for coming on the show, and thank you again for sponsoring the show as well, and all those donations you did for the Hero Initiative auction that was on Legends. But I see a couple things behind you. I see your website and the Three Rivers Comic Con website and stuff. And we actually Legend put the link in there for the your website and stuff. But can you tell me what we can find on your website?
So on the store's website, it's mostly just going to be store information. You'll find upcoming events in a scroll bar. You'll find the locations of each store, contact information, social media, events we have coming up in the stores, links to our Geek Flea Market. We do 3 of them every summer on the summer holidays at one of our outside stores. That kind of stuff's on there, plus our eBay store. And then for the convention website, you're going to see our guest list, which is huge, tickets, showtimes, panels, which we're working on next week at a meeting, hotel information, pretty much anything you need, it's on there. Cosplay information, con rules, pictures from like the years before, You'll see in the scroll bar on there like a picture of me in a Mach 5 that we had there last year. It was pretty sweet. Nice.
So on your conventions and stuff, you very big turnout, I take it?
So we're going into year 4, and last year we had 3,000 people, nice. And that is approximately 1% of the population of Pittsburgh, which is pretty good for a third-year show. And it's held in an old it's actually held in a mall in the South Hills. It's in an old department store that's like 40,000 square feet. So it's actually kind of this cool repurpose of a room. And it has an outside entrance and stuff. And we get food trucks to come and hang out. We do panels. We have all kinds of stuff. So
one thing with the cons, and this is kind of the thing I've been noticing, that there's been a lot of comic cons with a very lackluster selection of actual comic books. I'm hoping that your comic cons have a nice selection of comic books, because I've been to a recent one and there was 2 booths and they were not good. But I'm assuming that in your area you have quite a nice selection of comics, or people who have booths set up, correct?
Yeah, our slogan actually is putting the comics back in Comic-Con. So nice. What we do is we don't have actors, we don't have like TV movie people. It's all our celebrities are comic people. Our celebrities are the vendors, the artists, the writers, the creators. So last year we had 110 artists, writers, creators in our artist alley. We had 5 publishers and we had about 50 vendors. Most of the vendors are comic vendors. And one of the best vendors in the country, which is mycomicshop.com. They used to be called Lone Star, which they do set up as Lone Star. That's actually going to be one of our biggest vendors this year. So if you're into comics, we have some great dealers from all over the East Coast. So come and hang out. It's going to be good.
One last question from me. I'm assuming that you can purchase tickets to the Comic-Con at the local shops and also probably at the door, correct?
You can do them at the shops, and you save on your service fee when you buy them at your local New Dimension Comics. You can get them on the website, you can get them on our Facebook, and you can get them at the door. So,
right. Well, Jonathan,
we also have a super awesome beer party package because we make our own beer for it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you last year's beer. This is, I don't know if you can see it. That's Witchblade, right?
Nice.
That is some custom Joe Jusko art right there. And
you gotta send us out that beer, man. You got everyone on the panel.
To give it for the auction, and I was told state lines. When
okay, that's true. That's true.
And this is our first year. This was Joe Linsner's Dawn. I don't have a copy of. These are actually full bottles too. I don't actually have a copy of the second year's one. That was the one we made the least of. And that was Robert Krause did. We called it Beer Redeemable because it was him and Mark Wade, and they worked on Irredeemable together. So called it Beer Redeemable. It's a Russian Imperial Stout. Last year we had it infused with coffee because my boss and I love coffee. And every year we've had the artist there, except for last year, Jusko ended up not being able to make it last minute, but Matt Hawkins, who had edited everything Witchblade, signed all the bottles at the beer party. And it's a VIP party, so if you're a vendor or an artist, you get access to that. It's catered. If you buy the VIP party package, you can go to that too. You get a bottle, you get it signed, or you can pay the super VIP one that gets you a bottle from every single year. And most of those are still signed ones. So.
That's awesome. Jonathan, thank you. I'm going to kick it back to Chad and let Chad, but I appreciate talking to you there for a few minutes.
Man. Thank you.
And filling me in on the goodness of the New Dimensions comics and those dollar boxes behind you, because I love dollar boxes.
This is just our dollar room at our Pittsburgh Mills location. I happen to be here today. There's I don't know, probably like 500 long boxes in this one room just alone.
Man,
and then
what are you doing after the show, buddy?
I'm going to bed. That's
man,
I've been up all day.
All right.
So another thing that they do that's really kind of cool during, I think you guys do it around the con. You also do cosplay karaoke down at the Hard Rock, right?
Yeah, we actually have a really great relationship with the Hard Rock Cafe Pittsburgh. They've been really great to us. We do cosplay karaoke 2 or 3 times a year. We're actually getting ready to announce one in February, the day before Valentine's Day, and it's going to be duets only. The idea is
go with me.
So you want to do a duet? We can do a duet.
Well, no, you're a professional singer.
I'm not a professional singer. I do have a music business degree, but I'm not a professional singer.
Me and Kat will tear it down.
There you go.
Yeah. We're gonna rap. By the way,
whatever you can find, whatever song you want to do is fine.
Rap.
The idea, though, is you pay a minimum $5 donation to do whatever song you want, and all of that money goes to the Heroes Initiative every time. So,
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, we try. It's hilarious. You can watch a lot of great videos on our Facebook page. We post all the videos. Hard Rock's been great. We're actually doing a bad movie bingo next Tuesday, and it's going to be Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. So I have a bunch of like Amy Chu signed Kiss books from Dynamite to give away, and it's great. And I love that awful movie, so it's going to be.
And aren't you guys doing a Rick and Morty trivia night?
We are. We're doing another one. I think it's at the end of the month though, but we do a bunch of them with them. They do so many trivia nights. It's like hard for me to keep up sometimes.
Well, we got to jump back in and let Paul finish off. I appreciate you joining us, but I got one quick question.
Sure, man.
Where are you going to be March 21st through the 24th?
Probably in Chicago helping out Action Lab. So if you need me to come on over and bring some of this beer with me, you let me know.
That's kind of what I was doing.
Excellent.
Hey, thank you again, John, for joining us.
No problem, guys. It was great meeting everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, man.
Thanks.
Thank you.
God, those bottles are gorgeous.
What they didn't tell you, Kat, is they have a Firestorm bottle, too.
You mean a Starfire?
A Starfire. Firestorm. Anyway, Paul, you're up.
Dr. Stein, Ronnie?
Back on. Bring it back on.
So as I was saying,
What?
A couple years back, I was getting back into comics, and Legend will remember this guy. I think the first guy I ever subscribed to was a cat named Lightning2288.
One of the best.
Yep, doesn't do vids anymore, but he was awesome.
I don't know if he liked Emmett Smith and Michael Irvin. I don't know what the 2288 was, but very good.
Yeah, I don't either. But I just know when I first logged in, I was like, shit, people make videos about comic books? People need to get a fucking life. And here I am 3 years later. Let's see, I've done 130 maybe episodes of Blast or Stash It, and I don't know how many episodes of this Comic Core plus my own channel.
Too many.
And it's like Bueller was saying, it's just I've met some really great people, and like the people I'm hanging out with tonight are awesome. They're like, this is Friday night for me. This is after a week working and busting my ass. This is how I unwind, and we all get.
This is Friday night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's Friday night for everybody. It's not just for you.
Shut your whore mouth. We, as Bueller just perfectly illustrated, we drink, we get stupid, and we just have fun. So that's what it's all about.
Falling off the rails, pressing holy grails. That's the best, and that's what you get with the Midwest.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
And fuck Marvel.
He said Starfire.
A little bit of lag over there, I
Still
guess.
having heart palpitations over here.
You would.
What's
Kat,
happening?
besides Starfire, what got you to start your channel and talk about comics? Oh, whoa, wait a minute. This is a familiar sound I haven't heard in a while. Let me check. Oh my God, look at that. Like magic.
I think Chad showed up at the fucking club.
From the anonymous raw giveaway manager. And I quote, Chad, what you got?
I'm trying to turn the light back on. Hold on.
Chad's giving out glow sticks tonight, people.
We have not one, not two, not three, not four, not five.
What?
6.
I'm winning this one. I'm winning this one.
6. Yeah, 6. I had to count.
Next time you stomp.
We've got Spider-Man and the X-Men.
Ah,
Number 1.
Scotty Young.
We've got Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
Number 1.
Got some
We've
Moon Knights
got
today.
Punisher.
Punisher.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Spider-Woman.
Spider-Woman.
X-23.
X-23.
And Weapon Age. Number 1.
Weapon Age.
And what does one have to do to get these books, Chad?
Answer a question that KATREN, it's your turn.
Oh, hi.
Answer Starfire.
No.
Paul wins.
George Perez.
Good answer.
Okay.
Get back in the cage, Mark.
Okay.
He lives in a cage.
We don't talk about the cage. It's great, but we don't talk about it.
Does the cage have air holes? That's all I want to know.
It is very expensive. I
Is it,
do
just,
believe-
is it just a tube that comes from the top that you just?
It's like
Fire David says Marv Wolfman.
What a big
Never
deal with
gonna
it.
get the question.
Comics Miss explains says Scotty Young.
No. Okay. Question. In what book does Ace the Bat Hound first appear?
Batman book.
What book?
All right, let's see those guesses roll in. First appearance of Ace the Bat Hound. What do we got, chat?
We've got Marv Wolfman. By Fire Davis.
Well, while we're waiting for those answers, I think I saw Strictly Comics in the chat. Big shout out to Edwin, Strictly Comics. All right, we got some answers rolling in. Bueller says Secret Wars number 8. Don't think that's right.
Bat Boy number 19.
It puts the lotion on the skin, or Ace gets it.
again.
Fire Davis is saying Batman 92, as well as Legend
That's it.
and Spider Grandpa. So big congrats to Fire Davis.
Fire Davis, hit us up in our email, and I'll send this out with the rest of the shit.
Congratulations, Fire Davis. You have won some comics.
Congratulations, Fire Davis. You're fired.
He's been waiting all night to do that.
I want to go to Burning Man.
Anyway, Kat, Mark, why do you guys do what you do?
Why do we do what we do?
Oh man, this is gonna be good.
She's gonna get him.
Okay.
YouTube.
Okay. Well,
Doesn't he look like Oliver Queen?
Oh, Ollie. Yep.
Look, he's got the hood.
He looks like a dude in one of those hostage videos.
It's like a,
He's chipped.
we don't talk about the chip. Anyway, we started doing this because Katie was just like, one day, like, hey, comics. I'm like, hey, I don't really feel like reading the comic wholeheartedly, so just give me a brief synopsis of it.
a what?
A brief, like, tell me about it. So then she just started like, doing little reviews here and there for me.
Did you guys do it? Was there a camera involved, or did she just stand in front of you and you just watched her do it?
Was there an easel?
Okay. He's telling the story in a really
was like
He's getting the bar of soap in a sock later.
Click on Bueller's screen.
I don't want to see Bueller's screen already. Okay. All right. So something that a lot of people may not know is that Mark and I, for a good chunk of our relationship, have been long distance.
Mhm.
And I have dealt with like various levels of depression throughout my life. And whenever he was away, clearly I got really sad and was just kind of lonely because my best friend was gone. And a way that I worked through that was through comics. And I got really invested once again in DC, which is something that I truly loved as a child. And when he was away in Alaska, I used to Skype call him, and I would talk about the newest issue of Red Hood and the Outlaws from the New 52, or Harley from the Connor run. And Mark would just be like, I'm not going to read these books if you send them to me. So as a joke, I filmed a comic review and I sent it to him over email, and it was really grainy and it was really bad.
That's awesome.
It was actually a snuff film.
It was worse than some of my like oldest videos on here where you can hear like squealing and my hair looks orange for some reason because the lighting's so bad. But when he got back,
Mark started doing the squealing.
Oh man.
I really got invested. I'm not even going to finish now.
It's actually a really nice story.
I'm really trying here. Okay. So when he got back, I'd really gotten invested in a lot of different YouTube channels that were talking about comics. And Mark had basically just like, look, why don't you just try it out, you know? And we started filming videos and just putting them up. And I was happy when I had 5 people that actually watched the video. You know, it was really exciting. And then one day I had a Spectacular Spider Grandpa comment on one of my videos, and he was just like, hey, I'm part of a live show. You should check us out. Blast or stash it, you know? And he just kind of like took me under his wing and like introduced me into this wonderful world of the comic book community. So Spectacular Spider Grandpa will always have a big part of my YouTube heart as a part of that. But, you know, just really got immersed into the community after that.
Can I give you a little bit about Spider Grandpa?
What?
I want to. There's Nips.
Spider Grandpa is definitely the guy that turned me on to your channel.
So I got to tell you this. I know for a fact that Spider Grandpa would kill for you anywhere.
I love Spider Grandpa.
Like maybe
so
across
much.
borders. Him and Pocan Joe would kill for you.
Aww.
Okay.
Well, that's why I really love you guys, and you guys are my best friends.
I love you too, Chad, but like,
but there's no but.
He brought us into the fold.
No. I'm just saying that so I can stay on your good side because
he's
Spider Grandpa. He
Grandpa.
scares me. He scares me. Just a tad. Just a tad. All right, Carson, you're the host, man. Don't make me ask questions. Carson, what brought you to this channel? Besides do that.
What that?
Pocan Joe, I just like killing people. Spider Grandpa, we would. We have swamps. I'm sorry, I'm talking about the chat now.
No, this is great.
No, you need to get rid of a body. You call Drew. He'll dump it into Chesapeake, and man, Crab will take care of that thing in about 3 hours.
Crabs.
Spider Gramps. Spider Gramps does whatever a grandpa can.
I guess we're now called the Body Dumping Corps, but anyway. I mean, it's just the main reason I got into I love comic books. That's the main thing that got me started, wanting to, go down this rabbit hole that has been, comic books and YouTube. So basically, I was looking for a community like this for probably years. I watched a lot of like video game related stuff, like the Game Chasers and Retro Liberty and those guys. I'm like, man, it'd be cool if, someone could make a version of that show for comics. And like, it took me until like 2017, 2018 to discover this whole huge community existed, because I don't even know why. Like, you search for it on YouTube, you don't get a lot of hits for some reason. So hopefully, the momentum of the community can change that and bring more people into the fold. But
you got to put Nips in your tags.
It doesn't work. Stop doing that. It doesn't work.
You get some interesting people to click on your videos. But anyway, you know, I just start off as like I'm still kind of that channel. I was like, oh, cool, I got this Swamp Thing this week. This is great. That's pretty much my channel. But I mean, the main reason I stick around is basically because of, you know, the comic core and just the community involvement and being able to talk to you guys. So that's for some reason hosting this show. So I kind of got to stick around now, right? But no, it's been awesome. I've absolutely enjoyed all of my time. Cheese nips. Yes.
Yeah, cheese nips.
All right, back to you, Chad. Chad, why are you here?
Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know either. We're trying to figure that out as well.
What's going up? The people on this panel right now, I consider them my best friends. Some of them I talk to more than I talk to my wife, thank God.
What? That's not good.
Yeah, you haven't met Jenny. Kat, you don't. She knows how to hit people and not leave marks.
Hey, Katie, you
I
should get
could
some
learn
pointers.
lessons.
Yeah, you know what, Chad? Does she ever do the old RVD? Does she ever say, pick a hand?
No, she just like frog splash.
I was just gonna say,
Five-star
frog splash.
Van Daminator with the chair. You gotta love it.
This is a true story. And then I'll get back to that. My son was little. He was.
Yep, that's right.
He was. But when the stuff happened with Benoit, it was all over the news. And I used to watch. I mean, I've always watched wrestling. So anytime there was one news report that said that he had put a wrestling move on everybody when the bad stuff happened. So every time my son would walk in the door, I'd go cripple or crossface, and he'd start to cry.
That's horrible.
And then I made him watch. He was watching Wizard of Oz over at my mom's house, and he was petrified of tornadoes. So, like, every morning at like 3 a.m, I'd wake him up and be like, "Oh my God, there's a tornado!"
You're going to hell.
Mark, you're safer with KATREN than you are with Chad.
Child for life.
I am safe with KATREN.
Chad,
Wake you up at 3 a.m.
He's an engineer. I'm proud of him.
No, most of the time when I wake you up at 3 a.m., it's a real tornado. And
But the reason I stayed with this, guys, is honestly, Paul, he called me and he basically said, "Don't take your ball and go home." I started
set up a little more colorfully than that.
Yeah, you said, "Don't be a fucking bitch."
Yeah, you know, there's some idiots out there. Hey, there's people out there that have deleted their channel like 5 times. You know, so
Yeah.
wish them well in their future endeavors.
and amen to that.
I think we've all had that toxic interaction.
Yeah. Well, anywho, but like honestly, I called all of these guys today, and I literally was looking forward to this because
you didn't call me
because I was trying to find you.
You could have just called. I mean, you could have. Hey, what's up, buddy? Happy Friday. You know, but no.
How's the Taco Bell today?
Taco Bell was great.
Friday,
I
call
may
you.
go there after work or after the show. I don't know.
I'm going back there after the show.
Dude, I want to live there.
I want to live there too. They got everything you need.
Y'all people talk about these whole, you know, in our comic book community, God bless them. They're talking about holy grails and all that, but who needs a holy grail when you got Taco Bell? You know what I mean? Y'all knew it was coming. Who needs a holy grail when you got the Taco Bell? I need them bean burritos more than I need Golden Age Whiz comics.
I'm gonna do a whole video from Taco Bell.
I will
amazing.
gladly trade you some bean burritos for some
some
Golden Age
Whiz
Whiz
comics.
comics.
Gold
Yeah,
comics.
I'm getting hungry now.
Cat rattles Mark's box at 3 a.m.
Yeah, she does.
What?
What?
What? That's
Shake,
pretty
rattle,
bad.
and roll's the only way to go.
Hey, oh, I shouldn't say it. Never
Yes,
mind.
it
No.
Trailer just
No, you
fucking
shouldn't.
derail it. It like went off the bridge and
No, what I'll tell you this.
Bueller,
But,
I see you in March.
She
Well, yeah.
Remember that.
no, I'm not saying nothing. This is the honest to God truth. When I was married, and I'd come home, and when my wife would say, "Oh, I feel like Taco Bell," I know that meant I'm getting some tonight. Taco Bell was the aphrodisiac. I was like, "All right, I'm going to Taco Bell right now," because I know not too long after that, it's going to be a good night for Bueller.
Hell yeah, it is.
I'd come home. I'd be like, "You want me to go to Taco Bell? Please say yes."
You and Sam's Tangled Web have frequented the Taco Bell quite often, eh?
Well, yeah, I don't know. The same outcome did not happen. With Taco Bell does not equal the same thing with me and Sam as it did with me and my wife at the time.
Bueller After Dark.
Anastasia.
Oh man.
Flustered.
So I do. We'll make this about comics again real quick. We'll have one rapid fire question, and we'll go ahead and sign out for the night. So I think it
Taco
was
Bell.
Taco Bell doesn't give a shit. They could say like our meats. Like I remember when the people were complaining that it wasn't even meat, and then they took out an ad and were like, "Yeah, so it's good."
Yeah. That's all you need is the bell.
Anyway, so Mo asked above what everyone like one book you guys are looking forward to for January 9th. So mine's definitely Young Justice, which also the show came back on today on the DC streaming app. But my pick is Young Justice #1. Finally, Chad, what about you?
Young Justice.
Yeah.
KATREN, what about you?
Young Justice.
Woo!
Answer.
Oh,
Young
Mark.
Justice.
Yeah.
Yay!
Bueller.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, #1.
Boo.
Yeah, whatever.
You
Stick
could
your
have
tongue out
had a
again.
clean sweep.
Stick your tongue out.
Wally.
We were going
She's
for a clean sweep.
She's trying to French kiss me.
Easy there.
Mark's like, that's how she does it.
I guess it's like Young Justice.
Yes.
Yay!
Legend.
Damn, I'm looking right now online. I don't see any of my favorite titles.
Nothing.
I couldn't even get there.
Nothing's an answer.
Yeah, probably nothing.
All right, there you go. You heard it here first.
You would rather
Regular Spider Grandpa just
Come
said
to
Taco
see
Bell and Farmhand.
If you go to C2E2, bring a copy of Farmhand and get Legend to sign it.
Oh,
I
that's
do
what
have
I'm
one
doing.
quick. I have one quick question. Did we talk about our favorite read of 2018?
Farmhand.
Well, yeah, it was Farmhand, but I also really enjoyed this one here, the Planet of the Apes
nice.
Visionaries. That was a real favorite of mine. But as far as like single issues, I got to go Farmhand. But you know, if you like a good hardcover, you know, like them hard, like Bueller was saying earlier, Planet of the Apes Visionaries goes
At the Taco Bell.
and this is in this reality. Look really close. In this reality,
Oh yeah.
see how it says Rod Serling.
Yeah,
Now, in
typo.
my original reality, it was Rod Sterling, but you know how the old Mandela effect does me sometimes. But this was a great book. It was Rod's own vision that he laid out for the movie from the classic Pierre Boulet or whatever his name was, his original fiction book. But really good story there. So just keep reading. You know, hey, in 2019, you know, read some great books, collect some great titles. Save some money for some holy grails, man. That's what it's all
Who's
about.
Sheila?
Shira.
No, Sam's Tangled Web says, "Hey Sheila, what's up?"
This
Hey,
is Sheila Thompson in the chat says Taco Bell's a shit. Welcome Sheila Thompson to the chat.
The Sheila Thompson. Never mind.
Hey, Sheila knows that Taco Bell's awesome, and that's all. That's what it's all about too. Comics and Taco Bell. As long as you don't spill any beans on the books, you know.
I will never have that issue. I don't. Go
Yeah, don't spill your beans on the
Don't
books.
get any beans on your cameras.
Yeah.
Oh, your cameras, yeah,
Yeah,
I will
that'd
never
be bad.
put beans on the camera.
and your mustache.
Wait.
Camera beans.
Anyway,
The mustache.
If you ever make weed legal in Iowa, I'm going to open a
You want
store
to take us
that's
out?
Taco Bell.
yeah, I was
and
gonna say we can. we can either take us. I guess if we take it out now, people can go to Taco Bell faster. So we'll go over last thoughts, last shout outs. Kat, what you got? What's going on in your channel this week?
I got a couple of reviews coming out in the next few days. Just dropped one for Heroes in Crisis.
Which was awesome.
And next week on DC Fans, I have Wonder Woman issue 61, the review coming out for it.
Also, there might be a short film coming out later this week that I won't drop on this channel.
What kind of film?
A good one.
You'll see when you get it.
It's gonna be dirty.
I'm gonna be shirtless in it for a little
Dirty.
So, Paul, what's going on your channel this week? And by the way, big congrats to Midwest Comic Man. He crossed 300 subs tonight. So congratulations,
That's
Paul.
so awesome, man.
Well deserved. So, Paul, what's going on your channel this week, bud?
Probably nothing on my channel, but we've always got the Comic Core, and Sunday night we got Blaster Stash It. Lately, when I do videos, I've mostly been dropping them on the Comic Core channel. But so, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thanks for showing up, and thanks for spending. God, seems like what are we on? 4 hours now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
With us.
Yep.
So, had a great time tonight. This is the crew I like to hang with on Friday nights. So, had a good time, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yep.
Legend, what you got going on?
Well, over on the Great Legend Show, we're still on the road to 5K, and we're not too far away, but we're still plugging away at that. Tomorrow night on the Great Legend Show, we have Legends Live Auction making its return for 2019. And the Great Legends toning back the auctions a little bit in 2019. We're going to be doing those the first Saturday of the month. And also tomorrow night, earlier, they're going to have the Jim Mint Collectibles live auction. So try not to spend all your money. Save some for that Legends live auction. It's at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on youtube.com/rdowdy95. Your home for comics, cooking, gaming, and the truth. And if you forget all that shit, just type in Great Legend. Just 2 words. Great.
Forget all that
and Legend. Just type Great Legend on Google, and the first thing you'll see is me on there, the Great Legend Show. So.
Awesome. Well, we hope to see a successful auction tomorrow, and I know I'll probably be there viewing. And I said it was a New Year's resolution for me not to buy so much stuff online, but I'm probably going to bid on something anyway. We all know.
Yeah.
So, can't wait for that. Bueller, you had a phenomenal live stream earlier. What else you got going on this weekend on your channel?
Well, I had some of my favorite guests I've ever had on just a little bit ago, which is just awesome. I just want to say thanks to everyone.
Had me.
It was Mark.
On his
but I wanted to say thanks to everybody so much. I thought that was awesome. The holidays are over, and I took a little bit of time off. I didn't make as many videos over the last couple of weeks, and I did a couple live streams. But as far as my regular videos I was doing, I kind of just sat back and really enjoyed some family and stuff. But starting next week, all my regular videos are going to be back, and also we're going to be starting the Community Spotlight live stream on Sunday. That'll be Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And then all the regular coffee video will be back on Monday. The top 10 video on Tuesday. The Just the Keys video will be on Wednesday. New release video on Thursday. And then a live stream again on Friday. So I'm very excited to get back to the grind. I got some new lighting and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. And it's a new year. And I'm going to hit the ground running and going to have a lot of fun. But it's great being with you guys tonight and looking forward to next week.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for having all of us on your show, Bueller. We had a fun 3 hours and 20 minutes at this point. So just a big thanks again for that. Before I send it over to Chad, because as usual, he has the on-off switch. I guess just check out my channel, Seawater19, Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. You can catch me on my 1 hour live stream I do every Tuesday night. And also, hopefully this weekend, Who Dat Comics and Movies messaged me. He said he should get his package at the end of today. So hopefully he's gotten that. We'll have a mystery box unboxing. It's like we're going to do like a Google Hangout like this. And hopefully one of us will turn up a X-Men 94. So I guess if you're interested in something like that, go ahead and tune into my channel and Who Dat's channel, because we don't even know whose channel is going to be on yet. So you have to sub both to find out. Other than that, can't wait for the Royal Rumble. We'll be on the Great Legend Show channel reviewing the Royal Rumble and maybe doing some picks before then. So definitely pretty psyched about the Royal Rumble coming up. Yeah, R-Truth will be entering at number 30, Carmella at number 30 in the women's. So we'll see if little Jimmy might be in at 31, tossing people out by their ankles. So looking forward to that. But Chad, why don't you go ahead and take us out?
All right, I'll tell you what I got going on my channel. Woodard and I may make a video. Mark and you know what? I'm going to make some videos.
You are.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a schedule going. That's
There you are.
Resolution. I'm going to
get this shit.
I'm going to make Mark and I do a collab. We're just going to watch each other eat popcorn for 20 minutes.
We got to get the 24-hour live stream going.
Yeah, we're talking about doing a 24-hour live stream. But there's a lot of stuff going, guys. Sub everybody up in the community. Things hanging in the rafters. And if anybody wants to join us for an after party, well, do we even have a chat? Yeah, there it is.
Chad's on the ball.
Do we have a chat?
It's in the chat. And
shut it down.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.